And welcome back to the Decoded Log. I can't talk.
That's us. That's our show.
Welcome back.
What's up? Hey, if you guys haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button.
If you haven't,
Yeah.
What do you do?
It's okay.
next time I'm playing Nuck If You Buck. Word.
That's the ultimate fighting music.
You know, a line stuck out to me in that song about getting drunk and driving.
But yeah.
Henry Ruggs.
Wow. Hey, everything I do is by design.
That's pretty smooth.
Everything I do is by design.
What an intro.
Yeah, 100%.
No, it was 156%. Because that's how many miles per hour he was going.
Jeez.
Hammered behind the wheel of a car. Did you see
How
that?
does he drive?
It doesn't matter, because right now it's a fucking...
Did he smash it?
So there's a security video.
Oh, that they got it?
So you see these cars like slowly just kind of like rolling past because they're going the speed limit. They're not drunk and operating a motor vehicle. And then you just see this blur like fly right past the screen. And it's Henry Ruggs going 156 miles an hour.
Jesus. What?
How did that end?
He killed someone. Yeah, so he's
Oh.
definitely going to jail. He's already been released by the Raiders, so good to know.
I
That
mean,
they're-
like my thing is that PR team, like, I mean, what were they really gonna do?
Oh, they're under super hot fire right now after the Gruden stuff. So
My
you gotta
thing is-
act quickly there. I think.
My thing is like, I mean, yeah, they've been doing nothing but dealing with.
Do you think the Raiders are cursed? I think they lead the league in felonies, quite honestly.
Didn't
Didn't
you say on a couple episodes ago that like the Raiders would be the best place for someone who was dealing with an addiction to go because
No, I said that
of
because
Good Charlotte Carr or something along
no,
those
not
lines?
good Charlotte Carr, but because,
Christian Carr.
Because
Darren
of Darren Waller, and then their D tackle like plays with the his sobriety chip in his sock and whatnot.
So I'm kind of on the fence because
they are a new tour. I mean, they have a reputation of just some of the worst shit in the league.
bro, they've had like Richie Incognito, piece of shit, felon, like.
He went there after all that shit came
It
out.
don't
though.
matter.
I feel that.
I mean, look at their mascot. It's a pirate.
Touche.
yeah.
Look at the
So, like,
the
part of me-
fans. They look wild.
So
when they
part of
dress
me
up.
is like, and we talked about this in the group chat, I think, where I was like, bro, you have literally changed the course of like 4 to 5 future generations of your family.
100%.
How do you fuck this up, bro?
My thing is
Stay your ass at home.
but like, so this is a two-part answer. One, I mean, he's
22 years old. Or whatever.
22.
I understand.
You still do a lot of stupid shit at 22.
I understand.
And I think we have to take that into account that, like,
Sure.
even though, like, he's a celebrity, he's still a kid.
Yeah.
Kids do stupid shit at
Sure.
22. And, like, my thing is, like you just said, like, you change, like, your whole family's, like, life, and, like, you don't have that kind of financial literacy around, and you don't have that, you know, solid support system to tell you, hey.
I disagree because the NFL, for all the shitty stuff they do in regards to like post-career healthcare and like during your career healthcare and the various mistakes that the NFL, the Shield, has made over the years, the one thing they do well is provide outreach and resources, especially to rookies and young athletes.
Right, but they just started that.
I understand, but they have a whole rookie symposium designed to teach you financial literacy, designed to teach you about free fucking programs. Like if you're drunk at a bar, you call this number and they will pick you up for free. It's not even fucking Uber or Lyft. You don't have to fucking pay for it,
I
dog.
understand that, but you understand he went from
No.
Alabama,
I don't
where
care.
it was strict,
I don't care.
to
I don't
Las Vegas.
I don't care.
I mean, he's a kid.
I don't care.
He's a kid. Kids do stupid shit. And
I-
unfortunately, his stupid decision got somebody killed.
It's not that it got somebody killed. It's that you had the option to not make that decision, and you chose to.
again, a lot of people do stupid shit.
I agree,
Especially
but
when alcohol's involved, you lose that
Facts.
decision making.
You do, and I'm not saying like I'm not condoning what he did or
kind of
trying
sounds
to,
like it.
I'm not condoning what he did or trying to give him an out, but I'm saying like yeah, he made a stupid ass decision and now his entire life is fucked from that one stupid ass decision.
I think the thing that bothers me too is that people online are like, he made a mistake, he needs a second chance. Like, bro, you killed somebody, dog. And it wasn't as much as it was an accident, it wasn't an accident. Because as drunk as you are, there's no need to go 156 miles an hour. At that point,
Sure.
you're just being reckless to be reckless.
Sober, you don't really need to go that fast.
I don't even know why they designed cars to go that fast.
I mean,
Like, high thought for a second, if we could just divert from the track a little bit here.
yeah, you're fine.
How the fuck are you gonna have a speed limit of 70 but the cars go 120 miles an hour? How the fuck does that make sense?
Because we like adrenaline. We like,
I mean,
Right, but that's the
again,
thing.
we
If,
like-
you, if you want
So
to
I
control,
mean, I
better.
guarantee you,
They
I
like to
guarantee
get
you,
better, you know?
there's some lawyer somewhere that took that lawsuit that said, well, if the car wasn't made to go 156 miles an hour, my client wouldn't have done that. I guarantee you, there's
but
somebody
that's,
that did that.
I mean, just spitballing. Maybe we make cars go slower. I don't know.
They
Just-
do have chips in cars that will like shut it down when they hit a certain speed and like
Right.
drive them
like,
right
I
back
mean,
down
like,
to 60.
I
I
have
don't know
to,
what that speed is.
like, of the headlines this weekend, that's the one I kind of wanted to start with. Just because I think there's so much out there, especially for the 1%, which would include professional athletes, in my
Right.
opinion, especially top tier talent like Henry Ruggs.
Right.
There's just, you don't have an excuse, in my opinion. I don't care that you're 22. I don't care that you're young. You have been surrounded by the best of the best, probably since middle school. You have resources, bro.
I agree.
And he wasn't there by himself.
No, my thing is again, it goes back to the circle around him. I mean, I'm not saying like he's blameless and there should be no punishment for him.
Right.
But like,
Do you think he's going to jail for life, though?
no, I don't think he's going.
You think he's gonna be like a Ray Lewis type deal, like some probation, fucking fines? I think
I
because
can't
manslaughter?
answer
with
that.
manslaughter.
I can't answer that question.
Ray Lewis.
I can't answer that question and not go down a rabbit hole.
Should we ask Evie?
I mean, my thing is like, I don't want to talk. I
You
do, but like,
you
I
want
don't
to be
want to
a
go to
lawyer.
a sideway. I don't want to like go on a segue, but like, I think at the most, he might get 2 years.
I think it's gonna be quick, and I think
At
because
the
of
most, but like, you have to understand the justice system isn't about justice. It's about who has money and who doesn't.
Yeah, we got a lot of factors in here. I
Right.
think we got.
Because like again, like you know why the Raiders released him, right? So the family can't sue and be like, you guys
condone the
have negligence and your employee,
right.
And so that's why the Raiders released him, so they don't have to pay a settlement for that.
Oh, and it's off their hands. Like
Right,
they have zero involvement.
Is
now.
it though? Is
Yep.
it though? The incident happened while he was employed.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He was terminated immediately.
Because
Their response was he made
yeah,
it'd be like you stealing from work, and they're like, we're gonna fire you, and you're like, well, hang on a second.
Right. Right.
Other
So-
big news.
Wait.
Go.
So I just have one question.
Yeah.
So would you say he needs some guidance? Was that the
Again-
song we opened up with?
100%. Everything I do is by design.
Yeah. B-Roy's song, our opening song.
I think
is
he just used
Guidance
Jesus.
by B-Roy.
Bro, everything I do is by
Phenomenal
design.
song. I love that album. It's a great album. Go check
Maybe
it
we
out.
should have
Clicked
played.
it.
Maybe
Click
that
the
should have
link
been
in
played
the
on
description.
your radio there, Henry, and we wouldn't be in this situation.
I'll give you.
Yeah, give him that.
Thank you.
I'll give you a cheap laugh.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
In other dickhead news, fucking liar of the year.
Settle down. We've got a few. That could
Oh, no.
vie
Are we
for that
talking
title.
politics now?
No.
Where do we
Oh,
go?
no. We're still in there.
Well, I
we're
guess you
still
could
talking
skew
full-
this politically if you wanted to.
Oh, definitely.
It's not a political issue. It's science. Like, just hey, you're free to make whatever decision you are.
Just know you're wrong.
I didn't say that, but you're free to make whatever fucking decision you want.
Absolutely.
But like again, at the end of the day, so Aaron Rodgers,
What a guy.
hey, fuck that guy. Literally, fuck that guy. Because again, you're a little bitch. Because Kyrie Irving, the NBA player, said, "Hey, I'm gonna make a decision to not get vaccinated. It's my choice. I'm not vaccinated. I don't plan on getting vaccinated, and you know it is what it is."
And he just owned the shit.
Owned it. This bitch, Aaron Rodgers, kept using the phrase, I'm immunized.
Do you know what that means?
Immunized, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
So, meaning he's not vaccinated.
He's taking steps to prevent an infection.
Correct. So, I think the
Which doesn't mean fucking shit.
I think the alternative method that he sent to the league office in August and said, hey, me and my personal doctor are, boosting my antibodies, so I can build up my immune system against COVID-19. Which, again, the league said, hey, that's all well and good, but you are still going to be deemed unvaccinated because we're not going to accept that as an appeal.
Which, as a private entity, the NFL has every right to do.
Right. That's
No ifs, ands, or buts.
Again, it's not...
You can yell until you're blue in the face that
right.
fucking whatever about the vaccines. It's a private business. They can do whatever they want.
Right.
Yeah.
So, not only are you listed under... So, okay, cool. Let's take that. He's now on the unvaccinated list. There are steps and protocols that you must follow, which the NFL has said, cool, you don't want to get vaccinated, what the fuck ever. We don't care. However... If you're on this list, you're subject to A, B, C, D, E, F, all the way through Z.
There's 26 of those, by the way.
Right?
Letters.
I was going to say, are there 26 protocol stipulations?
Damn near.
It's
pretty.
extensive.
It's extensive.
It's additional testing.
Right,
it's
continue.
quarantines.
So
it's
you're supposed.
isolations.
So one of the things is, anytime you go to a press conference, you must be wearing a mask.
Uh-huh.
Anytime after games, you have to be wearing a mask. You're not allowed to shake hands. You can do whatever, but you have to be wearing your mask at all
Which
times.
again, can I
And
just
this is
interject really
for
quick?
unvaccinated people
Right.
only.
Can I just interject really quick?
Go ahead.
Who gives a fuck? He's touching the ball every play.
Right. It doesn't
That's what
matter.
we're saying.
It's so fucking stupid.
Again,
That's what he's saying.
yeah.
No,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'm
you're
clarifying
on
for
board.
people that are listening, dick.
Okay. I'm just.
Hey, is this because I'm ahead of you in the standings?
I hate you.
But anyway, so
Finally, you got there, bitch.
so there's all these steps that were supposed to be taken that he was supposed to be doing, but now it just. Oh, and the other big one is you're not allowed to go out to public places like bars, restaurants, and or parties.
Did he get caught somewhere?
This motherfucker was posting on his Instagram
I was gonna say,
him
it's
being
not really-
John Wick at a party.
It's not
no
really
mask.
like being caught. Like you snitched on yourself, dog.
No mask. Not to mention, 5 players on your team went and got. So he's supposed to follow these. So he's not supposed to go out. And he posted the
Instagram thing. Yeah.
right. So, anyways, what the fuck? Literally, what the fuck? Not to mention, 2 of your teammates tested positive for COVID-19, which we don't know where that came from. And so now, they are subject to miss games, and I don't know if they still get paid. Do they still get paid for... Oh, so no pay if you get on up and you're not
You have
vaccinated?
to be on the active game roster
Right.
to get a game check.
Right.
So how they get paid weekly?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So basically, the way that professional sports pay out their contracts is obviously you have guaranteed money, right? But in order to qualify for certain parts of the contract, well, not for guaranteed money, but for certain parts of the contract, like to get a game check, you have to be on the active game day roster.
That makes sense.
So if you're not on, it's kind of like taking an unpaid sick day. Yeah, you're totally entitled to stay home. We don't want you to get anybody sick. It's good. Get your rest. We're not going to pay you, obviously, because you're not working.
Right.
But yeah, that's smart. Here's the thing. I would have been fine if he took the Kyrie Irving route and was like, listen, my girlfriend's from Hollywood. We believe in Joe Rogan science. Whatever. Cool.
He's a big fan of Joe Rogan. I listened to Aaron talk today.
He's such a fucking tool bag.
Did you hear him talk on
Pat McAfee's show? Yeah, I watched the fucking interview, and he's a
finish
douche
it.
about it. He's a douche about it. He really is. Because
you watched it, so you saw his facial expressions.
Yes.
I just listened to it.
Yes.
I didn't.
And I get frustrated because, and you can come at me in the comments or talk about political motivations or whatever it is you want to talk about. At the same time, Aaron Rodgers and Joe Rogan and Shailene Woodley, his fucking fiance, girlfriend, wife, whatever the fuck, none of those people are doctors or scientists. I'm sorry. Aaron Rodgers went to fucking Cal. Which is a good school.
He knew what he was doing by answering. So, Aaron, are you vaccinated? I'm immunized.
I'm immunized.
Yes, I'm immunized.
Or he didn't just say no, but I'm immunized.
So he goes on to Pat McAfee show. He goes on to Pat McAfee show and starts talking about, herbs that he's taking, and Joe Rogan suggested taking this, and I'm like, Joe Rogan also suggests taking steroids. Like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Like, you literally don't know what you're talking about, and you've put all these people at risk, like actual risk. Now, do I think it's going to kill an NFL athlete? Probably not. I'd say chances are slim, probably zero for a professional athlete, unless they have a pre-existing condition. But just use your fucking brain, dog.
Or like, my thing is like, bro, like, the issue, I have a different issue with it. I have a completely 180-degree different issue with it. Bro, like, why the fuck lie about it?
Yeah.
Stand on it. Like, if you don't want to go get vaccinated, fuck it. I don't care. But don't sit here and lie to my face and be like, oh, I'm following the rules, but I'm not.
Yeah. He almost made up his own rules.
Like who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Like,
he did kind of make up his own rules. I listened in the interview, he kind of, in the story he was talking about, he
and then,
alludes
like,
to it a little bit.
my thing
yeah,
is,
he was like, I wrote a petition to the league.
Which got rejected. It got rejected. Every appeal that it went to the court, every appeal that you wrote to the league up until August, I think it was like a week or two before preseason started.
Which he still wasn't on the roster by then.
Right.
Hmm?
Which
was
kind of
the reason
which
why,
kind of makes sense, like, because now I'm looking at it like, okay, so you not only were being a douchebag about your contract, you didn't even want to get vaccinated. So now, like, I understand, like, the Packers were like, yeah, fuck you, like, you're not even going to get vaccinated. Like, okay, cool, whatever. Which again, that's your decision, but own it. Own it.
I think at a certain point, there's only so much that you're going to be able to, like, confirm or verify or expect when it comes to, like, the vaccination status and the protocols and all this kind of stuff. I just, as a private entity like that, they should have just said, in order to play, you have to get vaccinated. If you don't want to get vaccinated, that's totally fine.
You just can't play.
You just can't play. What is so fucking hard about that?
Because that's not the NFL.
Doesn't matter. It's
That's
a private
not the-
entity.
that's not
It
the
doesn't
NFL.
matter.
It's
It
not
doesn't matter.
Listen.
It is,
as long as you're not
It is,
kneeling
though.
during the national anthem, the NFL's not going to pass a rule about that.
Which is interesting.
Right?
Ooh, speaking of Colin Kaepernick, he's got a new documentary out on
Pass.
Netflix. Have you
Pass.
watched that?
Pass.
No, I haven't either. You haven't
I'm
watched
probably
So-
not going to watch. I'll probably watch it, but yeah, I don't want to go down that road.
Very briefly, I'll go down that road. Very briefly.
it? Have you seen a trailer for it, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Here's my issue with Colin Kaepernick and everything that happened. And I think, who was it? Oh, it's an ESPN guy. Was it Ryan Clark? I think it was Ryan Clark. I could be totally wrong. Anyway, Colin Kaepernick did everything right up until
The tryout.
right. And now it's a publicity stunt.
Right.
Now you're fucking up.
Right.
Like, you had the right motivations, you were going the right direction, you had support, you had people who were joining the like, everything was going the right way. You have the financial means. Like, you were smart with your money because you knew what you were, like, everything was going the right direction. And then you made it about yourself.
Right. And then my thing is, at that point, if you didn't want to play anymore, like, I feel you. And again, just stand on it.
Yeah. Own that shit. Like, we've been talking about it already. Like, own that shit.
Like, I'm okay with it. Like, bro, I get it. Like, you've been through a lot, and if you were to be like, I don't have it in me to go fucking play anymore, so
Right.
now I just don't care enough.
Well,
I would
I
have been
think-
like, okay, I get it.
Mhm.
You're okay. I can give you a pass for that, bro. Like, all the bullshit that you dealt with, I can understand how you don't. But, like, when you start, like, it just looked bad.
I also think part of him didn't want to be the martyr anymore.
100%.
Like,
It's tough to be.
eventually it gets tiring, right? Because you have everybody looking to you to make these decisions, and they have these expectations.
The expectation of the martyr is you have to give your life.
Well, he was never going to do that.
I'm not saying that, but, like,
Like, you have to sacrifice everything for your cause.
Which he did. His career's over.
And that's a grueling place to
His
put yourself.
dumbass should have went to the CFL. Immediately.
well, I mean,
Immediately.
but he didn't want to play anymore.
I disagree.
Maybe year 1 or 2, he
I think he didn't want to fail.
Fair
I
enough.
think that was part of it.
Right.
Because he wasn't elite in the NFL. He was good. He was very good at a point.
Yeah.
But he's not an elite quarterback.
I feel that.
And I think if you're going to be the guy, you're going to lead this charge, you're going to be the martyr of sorts, you damn sure better be fucking elite on the field, too. Like, long story short, he fumbled the fucking bag.
Right.
Yeah.
You blew it. And you lost me, like, not in terms of support. Like, I still think you got fucked over and got blackballed and all that shit, but, like, you just fucked it up for me, man. I was enjoying, like, supporting you, and now it's just kind of, like, gross.
Yeah.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and I think I would have to agree with you on that. You turn it from the cause to yourself,
Yep.
and then you lose everything. When you put everything for other people or a cause or something like that, and it shows. People can tell
Right.
what the motivation is behind you, like pretty easily.
His first interviews were so good because he was like, I'm not answering football questions.
Right.
And he didn't. And they stopped asking football questions. I don't know.
I'm gonna stop asking football questions for a little bit,
I hear you.
for like 30 seconds. We're gonna take a commercial break. See you in a bit.
You're...
And we're back.
You guys should have seen they ran so fast.
That was Miss Alley Cat Sunday Drop.
Ooh. Bring my level up just a little bit.
Same.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to just
No,
make
you're good.
noises for
You're
you
good.
guys.
I feel like Drake in the studio. Turn my radio up.
Oh, much better. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Joel Embiid just punched Lonzo Ball in the face.
That's
Oh.
incredible.
Wow.
Like purposely?
On the
No, it was an accident, but he's about to get teed up.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
It's
yeah.
kind of bullshit.
golfing?
Oh! Alright. Yeah, he's... Ooh. Lonzo's soft. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, anyways. Recaps.
Yeah, let's talk about Let's talk about...
Shut up. I lost to Chris. That's great.
That's hilarious. Hilarious. You know, it feels good this week, y'all.
It's terrible.
It feels good. Something happened in the league, and now things are finally starting to kind of align the way that that God intended them to.
Right.
Whoa.
Obviously,
3-week losing.
You know,
streak.
my
I don't know.
championship was derailed at the beginning of the year, but I think God tests His strongest soldiers.
Yes, he
And
does.
you know, I was able to
Take your
to
time,
walk into
Pastor.
hell. I was able to walk into hell and
Take
come
your
out
time, Pastor.
with my head held high here, and all is right in the whiskey division. As Keep These Nuts in Check Jake has finally surpassed Baker Cook's Bills.
Oh, so your name finally works. Okay.
Yeah. So Jake, how is it looking directly at my team's asshole in the standings?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I didn't look down.
Wow.
Wow.
He's been a little checked out. He's been
Yeah.
a little checked out.
Yeah, I've been a little checked out.
Why?
I had to take a pull after the week
The shit
before
game.
last week when we were just going back and forth like literally all week of just
Literally all-
shit talking back and forth all week.
It would be at work. It would be at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like constantly.
I would just
And
message him I would message him in our work chat like, "Hey, dude, fuck your team."
And, and it wasn't like that hurt me. Like the shit talking wasn't hurting me. It made me become toxic. Like I felt
Yeah.
toxic, and
Yeah.
I was like, I don't like this Jake. I don't like him anymore. I feel gross, and I just pulled back from everything. Didn't watch any football. I really didn't respond at all to the group chat. I didn't even read the group chat.
I was
get like
trying to bait him into like.
Oh yeah, and I knew it too. That's why I was like, yeah, fuck this guy. I'm just gonna not do it this time. And I started to read and then just not respond, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm not even gonna read this shit.
I'm not a bad friend. I want everybody to understand something. Just because you poke and prod at your friends and best friends' mental health does not make you a bad friend. What it makes you
It doesn't.
What it makes you is hyper competitive. And it worked for me.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah, and I was like, because, okay, I'm okay with doing that, but you were just so fucking persistent, and you are like, you were just a wall that I couldn't, with my persistency, could not overcome. And I was like, this is killing me. This is turning me into somebody I'm not, and I don't like it, and I just need to go hang out in the gym for a week. And that's what I did.
I love it.
Good for you.
You know, you know what? It takes a lot. It takes a lot to be able to withstand it. The only reason that I'm so
you are fucking relentless.
Yeah.
Like, it's even when I feel like I shut you down, you're like, yeah, but then you say some idiotic remark, and I'm like,
it's completely unrelated as well.
But you just you just brush it off so easily and just jab me one other way, and it's like, but you're still an idiot. You're still wrong, but you're just sidestepping the whole thing. Yeah, go ahead.
I even fucked with him today. And
I called him out too, and I was like, "Fuck you." I'll talk.
He was
to you
like,
later.
"Zach, you're being such a liar," and I was like, "I'm not lying. I'm being dead serious." No, I was lying the whole time.
Yes.
It's a little sociopathic.
That's what's annoying.
Like, to an extent, I do feel like a serial killer at times.
That's absolutely great. That's gonna be a great gaff.
Oh, we should clip that and just make it a preview for this week's episode.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like a serial killer.
Yeah.
100%.
The one thing I will
That's
say
actually
that I feel like has been motivating me in terms of my shit talking. I've been watching a lot of Criminal Minds. I don't know if you guys have watched that show.
That is
Yeah.
a great show.
Super fucked
Interesting.
up.
So you're profiling people?
Hold on, wait a second.
And then insulting?
Like, what season are you on?
Oh, well, I've watched it all the way through.
Yeah,
already.
same.
So I'm rewatching it. I'm in season 3 right now.
Okay. I'm a little ahead of you.
Yeah.
Like season 4.
Damn, you guys are. I watched that when it was live back, 12 years ago?
I can't do regular TV.
This was before streaming.
Yeah, waiting a
Was
week
around
for an
then.
episode.
I can't do it.
Oh,
I
suck
hate
my
it.
dick from
Last
the
show I
back.
did that
would
for
rather-
was 24, and it was awesome.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Every week,
The-
like me and my
the only
friends would
show
get together, and
Survivor is what
I was gonna say.
mean-
I was gonna say. I did Game of Thrones.
Yeah, well, no, I binged Game of Thrones. But no, I think watching shows like that and seeing other sociopaths just kind of motivated me to be one. Just in terms of fantasy football. Like, I would never actually commit a homicide. I'm so scared.
Would you though?
I wouldn't. It would only be from a defense standpoint, and I would probably lose. But when it comes to fantasy football, I do feel like it comes very easy to me. And so, in terms of like other people who I know, and I'm not speaking about you directly, Jake, but there are people who do try at fantasy football, like try.
Yeah,
And I just
don't.
love like breaking someone's spirit, emotionally or mentally. Like, I don't care what you say, I think your team is dog shit. Even if you're better than me, which you were for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, dog, I experienced it.
I
All
know.
this week.
And all I would just say is like, Jake, your team fucking sucks. Like, look at the points scored. Like, and he would be like, I scored more points than you this week, and I'd be like, I know, but like, you suck.
Yeah.
And he would. I could see the wheels turning through text. When he was like, that doesn't even fucking make sense. And I'm like, your team doesn't fucking.
Can
make
you
sense.
see me read that motherfucker and be like, fuck this guy? I'm not kidding. I say this shit out loud, and I'm like laughing, and Janelle look at me, and she'll be like, what are you laughing at? And I'm like, I can't deal with this right now. You do not want to know, Janelle. Come on. But
That's great.
fuck this guy.
That's
I can't believe he's
So there is a certain level of toxicity within a friendship that I think you need to have in order to grow.
100%.
So I was right. Today was a trap. It was a trap.
Oh,
Fuck
100%.
you. So yeah, I called it.
All I wanted to talk about was how my team is now ahead of yours. Like, that's all I've wanted
You
to
don't
talk
even-
But you're like
understand.
not
Like, you
even
don't-
that far
I've got
ahead.
200
It's
more
the
points
same
than you. Suck my
record.
dick from the back. I've got 200 more points than you.
Straight up, straight like that.
Alright.
Hey, and I even
Tickle my balls as well.
and I beat you last week. I kicked your ass.
Yeah,
last
you
week.
did kick my ass.
kicked
last week.
the
whooped-
ever-loving
I beat
shit
that-
out of you.
I beat that ass last week.
What was the final score? Like 100 and...
134 to 93.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah,
even break 100.
Yeah, I whooped his
Oh,
ass.
you were
I only
double
had-
digits.
I only had 3 players that got double digits. Like
Yeah.
the first 4 weeks,
got fucked up.
everybody was double
Bye
digits,
weeks,
if not
yeah.
20. So
Bye
you know,
weeks will do that, though. I think
Bye
everybody
weeks.
saw their fair share.
My starting running backs are hurt now. Or
Yeah.
Carson and
Huh,
Hunt. The
excuses.
injuries and bye weeks in the last couple weeks have really.
Well, no, I
not
think it's
helped me.
a fair assessment.
But I
There's
got
only-
people choking. Like Justin Jefferson got 4. Mike Williams got 3. I got people choking left and right. Travis Kelce got 4. It was just
Yeah,
a
your
terrible
team
week.
is dog shit.
Hey, remember when Jake turned down that trade for Travis Kelce and the people that he was going to get would have had like 3 times as many points?
They actually did have 3 times as many points.
Sorry.
Who are you gonna give me? Dawson Knox and who?
Well, not
Well,
Knox.
there were
Knox.
a few
Knox is-
renditions of the trade that were declined.
You know, I almost. Hey,
No, you only proposed one that I declined.
Well,
What are
we
you
had
talking
talked about others though. There was only one
Yeah,
that I actually
you
officially
declined
sent
them.
through. No,
I almost got one of Casey's
No.
quarterbacks.
we'll
And I
have to
would've-
check the receipts.
about? Whatever.
I'll have to double check.
I almost got one of Casey's quarterbacks, and I was sending him Henry Ruggs, and then that news broke about that, and I was just like, well, that one's not going through.
You know what would be an interesting topic? Or, like, not a topic, an interesting league? Is like a complete media blackout league. Like, the only interaction you can have with the NFL is to set your lineup each week. And you can only, like...
You can't even look at the news and the ESPN.
Exactly.
app
How would
or
you?
anything.
How there would be? It would be.
You just have to look at the matchups. That would be kind of fun.
I'm
But you
just-
couldn't because you couldn't play another league.
All you'd be able to go off of is, like, the last week's score, the matchup this week.
Yeah, you would only be able to play in that league.
Yeah, we could do that maybe for like fantasy basketball or something.
I'm down.
Hockey or
I will never, I will
maybe
never
some
do.
NASCAR.
James
Fantasy
Robinson, are you gonna
NASCAR once a
fuck
week.
I would rather suck my own dick than do fantasy NASCAR. Fantasy
Oh,
NASCAR
man.
just sounds like
That
the name of a
sounds-
porno for like
Right.
a brother and sister in Alabama. Like I have zero desire to ever watch a single NASCAR race.
Jesus.
I would like to say one thing. There was only one team that I would have lost to this week.
Oh, isn't that usually the case? You just get lucky enough to face the person who beats you.
I actually beat Casey this week, 141 to 137. And he was projected to lose, which is always a good sign. But yeah, steady horses, Matt Stafford,
No,
monster.
You missed what? That was a compliment. You're always the second highest scorer. Typically,
Not
right?
the highest scorer.
No. Each week, second highest usually, aren't you?
No, I'm usually up at the top. I think
Yeah.
Bryant has beaten me a few weeks, and
That's
I've
why
had
he's-
one or two down
That's
weeks.
why he's
point
number
wise.
one, man. He's crushing it.
His team is good. His
team is
his team is good.
Oh, he's the first 100% playoff.
Is he guaranteed?
Oh, he's
to make-
clinched.
I mean,
Well, he hasn't clinched yet. I mean,
no. He has 100%.
I mean, he's what 7-1.
Yeah, he's clinched.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe.
If he loses out,
even if he loses out, like he'd still get the playoffs. 'Cause-
We should break down how our playoffs work. Actually, I don't know that we've ever covered that on
oh,
an
yeah, I
episode.
can do that.
a. So yeah, who makes the playoffs? Who doesn't? How does it work?
So with our 10-team league, all but 2 teams make the playoffs.
Wow.
so you know when Zach is all talking shit about making the playoffs and stuff, like it's not that hard to get into the playoffs in this league.
Well,
So it just comes down to really if you can survive the season.
it's
to get
literally
to the
just don't
playoffs.
suck. Yeah, like. But I was very concerned earlier in the year. I'm very concerned
Right.
because I kept losing games that I shouldn't have lost.
Same here.
Statistically, they were just games I shouldn't have lost.
But I think next year,
and that happens all the time. In
It doesn't.
fantasy football.
It doesn't.
I think next year, only 6 teams are going to go to the playoffs.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
I think
glad.
I'm going to get rid of.
Well,
top seed from
it'll
each
happen
division
at the
getting a
league
bye?
summit. It'll happen at the owners summit. We got to vote.
Right.
Oh yeah,
This
and
is
IR.
this is a
Make note.
democracy. goddammit. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
All right. I got your back, fellas.
But like,
Oh, yeah.
I think you know, and then the 2 shittiest teams in the league go to the toilet bowl.
Mhm.
Speaking of shitty teams, oof.
Don't look at me.
Well,
Say
no,
that.
I mean you're sitting
Stop
right
it.
next to me.
Thank you.
B-Roy,
Psych up.
this is an official call out, B-Roy. What the fuck is going on, man?
What?
He doesn't set his lineup until 9 in the morning at Sundays when he's watching Chelsea.
Interesting.
Oh, why? What happened? I thought he was coming. He was on a comeback streak here. He was back to 500. He wanted to start talking
he's
shit in the
3
league.
and 5.
No, he's 3-5.
He's
back on
fifth. He's
he's
fifth
just
in the
there with
tequila
us.
division.
Yeah.
He's
I
fifth in the tequila
finally climbed out of the basement.
division. Attaboy, Chris.
I finally
Attaboy.
came out of the
Attaboy.
Let's just say what's going on in the whiskey division over here. There's only one team that has a winning record, and he's 5-3, and then everybody else is 3-5, and we have a 2 and 6.
Yep,
Like
that team is shit.
There's-
That division is shit.
this is the first year that side of the league has been shit. Usually it's lopsided this way. It's always one division has the better teams of the league.
It's true.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah. I don't know why either.
Are we always in the same division?
I was gonna say, do we do division realignment every year? Is it random?
We only did it this year because we dropped somebody.
We may need
Which-
to.
Is that a good time
so
for
that we
story
did
time?
do a realignment.
Ooh, are you gonna get into
I don't know. Like I feel like
That feels like a set out. You know what I mean?
right, and I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Next season.
Yeah,
We'll get
maybe.
Yeah. In the
I need to.
off-season.
I need,
It'll make for a good off-season episode, I think.
Right, I gotta talk to him, make sure he's okay with it.
Yeah, you can have that conversation, bro. If you can fucking
Sounds
read
like
it.
a tough conversation.
Sorry, that was me. Can you edit that part out?
No, keep it.
Damn it. Jake, why would you say something like that?
Anyways,
There's this crickets.
So
yeah, anyway, back to
let's kind of look at last week around the NFL. Were there any games that stuck out for you all that you just had to watch or enjoyed watching?
I have to look.
Well, that's why.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. The Sunday night game, Cowboys Vikings. I obviously watched that game.
Gross.
When I said that was the lock of the over, did not anticipate Dak not playing that game.
Yeah, that'll hurt.
That'll hurt. But like my thing is like the Cowboys still managed to find a way.
And I'm so happy they did.
Right.
Their defense was all over it.
I'm
They were
surprised.
shutting
I
down
mean,
Dalvin all game long.
I'm shocked. I
Right.
really am.
18
Dallas to me just does not strike fear, but they're 6-1.
Yeah.
And they're 3-1 on the road.
Right.
Which normally Dallas is good at home, but like on the road, they're
It's-
normally dog shit.
Normally we're like 0-4 on the road
Yeah.
at this point of the season.
You know who I miss?
Who?
Ben DiNucci.
Fuck off.
Hey, well done on the family Halloween photo and your Dallas get up. That's a true fan
I
right
didn't even
there.
see it.
Wife,
Absolutely.
wife didn't even have the San Francisco jersey.
I was gonna
on.
say,
he got that
that's
one.
wild.
Wife was Zeke, and she had the nose ring and did the
Oh, I didn't even realize
tuck
that.
the shirt, and then I
Feed
was
me.
I was CD, and then baby girl was America's cheerleader.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it was
Brought home a win on Halloween for us.
Absolutely.
Thank you, dude.
Jake, what were you for Halloween?
Absolutely fucking up.
Attaboy. Jax was
I was
Master
on the
Chief.
couch.
He was.
Jax was Master Chief from Halo.
That's dope.
It was pretty sick.
I saw a few Master Chiefs.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Oh, not shit.
You guys go trick or treating?
I took my son trick or treating. Yeah.
I passed out candy.
You
Prior
did.
to-
You, too
prior
young.
to
Didn't take
young.
the baby around yet.
Yeah.
Well, and really, trick or treating's for me. You know what I mean?
Does Jackson not like candy?
Oh, he loves candy, but I'm gonna be the one that eats it.
Oh yeah, that was my next question. Was how much have you eaten this week, gentlemen?
Well, a lot.
I put down 2 bags of like 50 pieces.
Holy
Jesus.
shit!
Hey, before Halloween, like within 2 weeks.
No, so like we like
I'm all candied out already.
Yeah.
I can't get anymore.
we're the house that all the kids talk about because we pass out like full candy bars.
Like king
We got-
size type shit.
So like we have like 100-gram bars, Baby Ruths, fucking
I can't wait to do
Three
that house.
Musketeers, Butterfingers. I got to keep the Butterfingers. I told Evie to hide the Butterfingers away. Those are my kryptonite.
See, we
Fuck
live in a
that.
condo, so like kids don't trick or treat at condos.
Right.
And quite honestly, like I hate the act of trick or treat. I've never been a Halloween guy.
Mm-hmm.
I like to go party on Halloween.
I don't even like going out. I
don't. My thing is like
it's so scary.
You're not serious.
I'm dead serious. It's so.
I used to
scary.
go. I used to
Well,
like trick or treating, but like I like to go to parties and like kick it and like go hang out, have fun.
I mean, I get like you could just do that though. You don't need to put a costume on.
What I mean
That's kind of the fun
that's the whole
of that
shtick
party.
of it.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
It's like
not
a
fun to
theme
me.
party in college.
So
That's
you're
why you went to
that
that
guy.
theme.
Yeah,
party.
it's just
Okay.
like you remember Jim from The Office?
Yeah.
Like I'm that guy. Where
Fair
it's
enough.
like I'll just put a jersey on and like I'll say whoever
3
I
hole
am.
punch, Jim.
Yeah, 3-hole punch. You can have regular plain Jim or 3-hole punch Jim.
Yes.
Or yeah, I'll just throw a jersey on and be like, oh, I'm LeBron James.
I am the same. I am the same on that aspect. Like I will grab the easiest costume I know, which
Yeah.
is a fucking flannel and an axe, a lumberjack, like with the beard. Oh, that's all I gotta do.
Oh, yeah.
But the beard is
Or I've been like an umpire in the past, and I've worn my umpire.
Yeah, you ever
gear,
just wear
know,
like the uniform
whatever.
that you wear every weekend?
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I mean that's fine.
And I hate when people are like, what are you?
Me, motherfucker.
Yeah, like, Myself.
That one tickled you.
What dumb fucking question.
I mean, I'm not mad at you, but you know.
Speaking
I went to the
of
gym all week. I'm in a great mood. I don't know what to tell you.
speaking of costumes, I think we have the Bengals were dressed up as fraudulent this week.
How do you lose to the Jets with the third string quarterback?
Mike White went the fuck off.
It wasn't Mike White. It was.
It was Mike White. Shut the fuck up.
You're thinking about Thursday.
You're thinking about Thursday.
Oh,
Well,
Thursday
are we
last
just going
week.
to transition?
Sorry, my fault.
Or-
Yeah, Mike White is
400 yards.
Bro.
Led the league in passing last week.
played out of his fucking. But you want to know something? You want to know something about that game? It's up for Zach Wilson.
I don't think so.
Listen to me.
Nope.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Nope.
Listen to me.
I'm not.
Zach Wilson, you're the starting quarterback of the New York Jets. Mike, is it Wilson?
Mike White.
Mike White, sorry.
Zach Wilson. Mike White.
There we go.
That a boy.
Mike White hasn't played in an NFL game ever.
I don't think he's taking a snap.
Exactly. So you mean to tell me that you, the BYU guy that we went out and picked third overall, can't throw 400 and he can with the same weapons that you have?
Yeah, but there's no tape on Mike White.
There's no tape. There's no tape prior to this year on Zach Wilson.
Yeah, there was, because you had all the BYU footage. He was the number 3 pick overall. Get a fucking life.
Stop it.
You're telling me.
Stop it.
No, listen for a second. You're telling me that a guy you don't have any tape on that you didn't prepare for can't be successful because you don't know who he is?
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Like, guys can step in all the time and do that type of shit. Ryan Fitzpatrick has made a living off of showing up and just being a guy, and then he'll go off for 400 yards like once every 6 weeks. And he's dog shit most of the time. He really is. But then you have a Ryan Fitzpatrick game. You have a Fitzmagic game where he goes out and beats the Patriots at fucking home. With the fucking Dolphins. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, when you have a guy like Mike White who nobody knows anything about. If I would have asked you last week before the Jets game.
Had no fucking clue who
No
he
clue.
was.
Where did he go to school? No fucking idea. You don't know. Don't pretend.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I felt like it was something like fucking Hofstra or
Yeah,
something.
you were going to say some made up shit, which is
Yeah.
probably what every NFL head coach was doing last week when he
Did you
started.
say Hogwarts? Is that what you said?
Who gives a shit? Hofstra, but Hogwarts maybe. Watched Harry Potter this weekend with the lady.
Oh, yeah.
Guess where he went to school?
Hofstra.
No.
Hogwarts.
Nope. Fucking Western
BYU.
Kentucky. He's a hilltop.
He's a hilltopper, baby. And he was at the top of the hill last week. Let's go, Mike White.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, came down to a masterful
Holy
crash this week, though.
But you want to know something? Yeah.
First quarter.
Do they have?
But their third string quarterback looked really fucking good.
I was gonna
Josh
say they have
Johnson,
their
shut the
place
fuck
kicker
up.
throwing.
Shut the fuck up.
Josh Johnson didn't play horrible.
Josh Johnson went to K-State, got bounced by Pittsburgh, got
Yep.
bounced by somebody else, got bounced somewhere
He's been
else.
passed
and then
around
got
more.
fucking-
Hey, he's been passed around more than the girl that comes to the frat parties.
I know.
Ooh. Oh, boy. So,
I think there. Are you?
no,
you
go
got
ahead.
Another comment
no,
on
go
that?
ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna move on to a different game.
No, I was just going to say, I think this is a fluke. I think the Bengals are going to win the FC North. I'm not concerned at all.
Yeah, no, I think they look great. And
Who they playing
who
this
did
week?
The Browns. They're gonna win this week.
Listen.
Nobody's healthy over there. I don't know what's going on over there.
I know exactly what's going on with the
OBJ's gone.
Yeah.
Who gives two?
Good, because I don't think he's gotten points for anybody in a long time.
Okay, so here's the thing. There's a video circulating right now. There's a video circulating that Baker Mayfield is not the guy, which we have discussed, and we agree that Baker Mayfield is not the Super Bowl caliber quarterback the Browns need.
He's the best option that you motherfuckers have had in a really
Correct.
long time.
Now, people are circulating this video about OBJ running a route on the left sideline. Meanwhile, Baker's scrambling for his fucking life because the Browns' O-line was getting eaten alive by the Steelers.
Because they're dog shit.
Well, relax. But Baker's not even looking at OBJ when he gets to the top of this route and he breaks free of the coverage. Okay, so it was a cover 2 zone, and you had who's the safety that I'm Buda Baker. So you had Buda Baker, not Buda Baker.
Buda Baker's down in Arizona.
There's somebody else that I'm thinking of.
Cool.
Anyway, safety comes down in this.
Oh, it was
coverage.
Buda Baker because that's who they were playing. They were playing the Cardinals, weren't they?
No, Steelers. last week.
Steelers
In
last
this
week. In this video,
Minka
Oh, in the
Fitzpatrick.
video.
Minka Fitzpatrick.
potentially.
Anyway, either way,
Regardless.
go ahead.
Cover 2 safety comes down because Baker escapes the pressure and they think he's going to scramble.
Okay.
And everybody's like, throw it to OBJ. He's open on the sideline. How does he not see it? I understand what you're saying. He's a pro quarterback. He should see the route. He should be able to make the throw. The man's scrambling for his fucking life. He's probably just trying not to turn the ball over.
Is he scrambling the opposite way than on the opposite field side?
So
too?
basically, the way that the play progresses, the
Going
pocket
away from
collapses. The pocket collapses. He pushes to the right. OBJ is still on the left. He circles back and comes back toward the left. And at that point, now the pressure has dropped and OBJ's open on the sideline. So he doesn't see him and he takes the sack or incomplete, whatever ends up happening with the play.
Uh-huh.
I think it's frustrating for me because they're like, why aren't you getting OBJ the ball? And it's like, he hasn't played most of the year. There's probably no, what's the word?
Chemistry?
Chemistry between
Momentum.
the two of them.
Yeah.
Like, cut him some fucking slack. And OBJ is not that good. Like, let's just be quite honest. He makes exceptional catches every now and then. And that's what he's made his career on.
Yep.
He was a better college receiver than he has been in the NFL. He hasn't been a legitimate threat as a wide receiver in probably 3 or 4 years, even when he left New York. I would say on his way out of New York, he wasn't even that legitimate of a threat. And I think the Browns overpaid for him in the trade.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, let's not crown OBJ as, like, the next coming of Randy Moss. Like, get fucking bent.
No.
I don't know. Okay, that's my
I
tirade.
agree.
The Browns are going to finish in the dumpster, the bottom. I think the season's completely washed. I
Too
think
many
it's-
injuries. I mean, Baker's been playing with an injury from the very beginning.
Exactly.
He's still hurt and playing.
Yep.
Even if it is a non-throwing shoulder, I still think, there's no way that he can take the abuse that he's taking for another 8 games or whatever, however many's left.
Yeah.
But that's my Browns tirade.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like it.
I
agree.
don't. I don't hate
Yeah,
it.
we're not. It was good. It was good. Another game that I thought was a little. There's quite a few that went the other way than I thought this past week. Like one of those, Patriots beat the Chargers by 3 points.
I was not surprised by that. Justin Herbert has looked bad.
Are they
Ever
declining
since-
like my team has?
ever
Looked good at the
since-
beginning and now
Ever
not doing
since
much?
that, what game was it? Was it the
The one-
Rams game?
The one where they scored like 4 points. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Ever
I'll
since
look
the
it up.
bye week, they just.
Well, they lost 34-6 to the Ravens, and I think that's
That's
what.
what-
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Well, first of all, you gave up 42 to the Browns,
yeah.
and then you gave up 34 to the Ravens.
Right.
Your defense hasn't stopped anybody since week 3.
What are we doing, Joey Bosa?
Hmm.
What are we doing, Joey Bosa? And is
It's
that
just one
Derwin?
guy.
Is that Derwin James?
You can't do it.
Yeah, Derwin James.
Yeah. What the fuck are we doing, bro? You got 2 guys. That's all the Rams have. Now
It's
they got
Herbert's
Von
out.
Miller.
Well, okay, let's be realistic about Von Miller. He's not Super Bowl MVP.
That's what I said.
caliber
That's
Von
what
Miller.
I don't know what Rams fans are so excited about.
Did you see the mug that Les Snead's kids got him?
Mm-mm.
It says "fuck them picks."
I feel that.
Bro has traded every first-round pick for like the next 10 years. The Rams don't have a first-round pick for forever and a day.
But like my thing is like,
Wow.
I don't know if the Rams even are good enough to win their division right now.
You don't
come
think
on.
so?
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
They haven't beat the Cardinals this year.
You don't have to beat the Cardinals.
To win your division, yes, you do. You're in the same division as them.
Oh, that might be true.
The Cardinals could lose some games that they shouldn't.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I'm telling you, bro.
You're not
like.
wrong.
I think there's a lot of bravado. They just lost to the Packers last week on
That's why I do
Thursday.
But listen, on a Thursday night, which I don't really, I mean, like that's not concerning to me because they had a potential to win that game, and it was an errant throw on.
Okay, but potential to win the game. This is the same argument that
I
you made
agree,
against Aaron Rodgers
I
in the
agree,
playoffs. So
I
let's
agree. No, I'm not saying.
let's keep it 300.
I feel you. But what I'm saying is, it wasn't like the Packers just came in and just blew them out of the fucking water.
So here's the thing.
Right.
If you're the Cardinals,
A mistake is what cost them that game, which
Absolutely.
mistakes do cost you games.
absolutely. Here's the blessing in disguise for the Cardinals: is you have the 49ers who you can absolutely beat, the Panthers who you can absolutely beat, the Seahawks, the Bears who you can absolutely beat. Then you have to play the Rams at home. That's really your only bugaboo game the rest of the year, other than the Cowboys.
I'll be at that game.
They have the Lions, the Colts, the Seahawks again.
Which, I mean, if Russ is back, maybe, but like even if Russ is back, I'm not
I would
concerned
die
about
if the
that.
Lions finally got a win against the Cardinals. That would be insane.
You think that?
I don't know who Detroit's like gonna win.
I feel so bad.
I feel like I low key feel like the ship has sailed. As far as if they're gonna get a win or not, because you got their next 3 games. They might beat Chicago.
No, I think they'll beat the Browns.
I mean, I was getting ready to say their next 3 games: Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Chicago, Minnesota, Denver, Arizona, Atlanta.
They got some weak defenses coming up. But
I mean,
said
like,
the same thing about the Eagles, and they got their shit kicked in. 44-6, bro.
Like, damn.
To the Eagles? To the Philadelphia Football Eagles?
All right, last game I want to talk about last week is Saints Bucks. Saints won. You guys called it.
Told you, bro.
Told
Look
you.
at that.
And it wasn't even famous.
No, it wasn't.
I
It was
know.
Trevor Siemian.
How is he still in the NFL?
Mark Ingram looked great back in New Orleans.
Good for him, too.
I think he looked
I'm
like
happy.
he was so happy to be
And
there.
I love that he's inverse Kamara.
Yeah, it's a solid
I
duo.
think-
It was great then,
And then, like,
it's
you
a
could
decent
tell,
one now.
like, Kamara was running more confidently because he knew if he got tired, he knew that, like, hey, if I get tired, I got a dog. I got my dog behind me. Not a dog. I got my dog behind me.
Right.
Like, so, and I think without Jameis getting hurt, I really like their chances to go run the table. With Jameis getting hurt,
What happened to him? Is it a long one?
he's done. He tore his ACL.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
And Michael Thomas is now officially out for the rest of the year.
But
as well.
He
but
played
I
one
think
game?
I think he made that decision based on Jameis.
Yeah, we talked about that in the group chat, where as soon as Jameis goes down,
Then
if you're Michael Thomas, like, do you really want to be catching balls from your third string QB?
absolutely not. And I think there's like some.
With an injury. Was he coming off an injury?
Well, so it's Jameis, Taysom, Trevor Siemian.
no, I mean
No.
Thomas.
Taysom
Thomas coming
is-
off an injury.
Taysom, what's his face? I can't think of their coach's name.
Sean Payton.
He said Taysom is not starting on Sunday. It's
Well, no, I know, but on your
okay.
depth chart,
Oh,
like, if
yeah,
I'm going to
yeah,
start
yeah.
somebody at QB who knows the offense, yeah, I would start
Right,
Taysom
right,
over
right.
Trevor Siemian for
Right.
sure.
He's not starting him though,
I understand.
which is crazy.
But yeah, if I'm Michael Thomas, like, just pay me my fucking money and cut me, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I think
don't want to be here.
Yeah, he does.
There's a lot of that in the league this year, I feel like,
Mhm.
more than there has been.
Right.
I think you're finally starting to see the shift to a players' league.
Like the NBA, don't you remember the NBA like had that?
Super teams, baby.
Yeah. The NBA like went through that whole phase. Like when I think Adam Silver by far is
He's
the
the-
blueprint of what a good commissioner should be.
Exactly. Stay the fuck out of the way, dog.
Only
Like-
comment when you absolutely need to. My thing is Roger Goodell has like has a Jerry Jones
Well,
complex.
fuck Roger Goodell.
Yeah.
Fuck
He
Jerry
wants to
Jones,
be
too.
he wants to be in the middle of everything, and he wants to seem like he has power when it's just like, hey bro, all you're here to do is sign checks, kiss babies, and shake hands.
You think when he retires from that, he's going to get his own team?
Who,
Who,
Goodell?
Goodell?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely
chance.
not. And I think there's somewhere in the NFL like once you've been a commissioner, you can't own a team.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see if that's true.
I just
Well,
don't.
look at that.
I don't think he has a desire to be.
And I don't think
don't-
he doesn't have like football knowledge like that.
Why the fuck is he commissioner then? Because he's got the business knowledge? Like, what makes him the commissioner? What makes?
Brad,
Like, was he in football? Was he?
No, I think
Brad.
I think he literally was just a guy who worked in the office, and who was the previous commissioner?
Paul Tagliabue.
Yeah,
He was one of them.
What a name.
And so like when Goodell's time came up,
Yeah,
I think
he was the successor to Paul Tagliabue.
Yeah, and so like I just think that he was a guy in the front office, in the commissioner's office, that was like, all right, I'm stepping down. Who's next? And they're
So
just
essentially, it's a vote. So it's voted on by the owners. So the owners actually select the commissioner of the NFL.
That sounds fucked up too, doesn't
Well,
it? A little
yeah.
bit.
So a lot of times, though, your commissioner is going to work through the back office sort of route rather than working for a franchise. They're going
Right.
to work for the NFL. So they'll work as like
Mm.
a player administrator, or they'll work as a league administrator, and they'll kind of climb the corporate ladder per se. And then eventually you just gain the clout that people are like, he knows what the fuck he's talking about on the business side.
so.
Yeah.
There you go.
And so yeah, I just think that he's just a guy. He doesn't know anything about football other than watch it. He might have been a JV All-American.
He doesn't even watch that much, right? Doesn't he? He goes to one game a week or something like that, or he doesn't see. He's not as into it as you would think.
He has to. I think there has to be a certain level of unbiased behavior,
Right.
which means you can't engage with the game the same way that fans do.
That makes sense.
Because
That
the
makes a lot of
second
sense.
you start to enjoy the game,
It's emotional decisions.
exactly,
Yeah.
Right.
exactly.
Right.
So like I respect him for that part.
Mhm.
Like the fact that he hasn't maintained any sort of allegiance to a specific team, which granted, let's wait till every email comes out because I guarantee you this motherfucker's doing some shady shit. But I do respect the fact that he's not that involved in terms of like the enjoyment of football.
Yeah.
But I would like to see him removed as commissioner because I think he's an absolute fucking dog shit commissioner.
Yeah.
Protect the shield. Suck my balls.
Think they'd ever hire outside the NFL? Bring somebody in from like the
I
NBA
don't know.
or
The NBA
you know,
has
from anywhere?
like written the blueprint on what.
Nothing from like FIFA or
Nope.
anything like that.
No,
FIFA is the most
Absolutely.
corrupt.
Is it?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Another episode or something.
It's
We'll get that in the off season.
potentially.
The off season combo.
You got to get through 31 white NFL owners. It's not going to happen. Sorry.
Good luck. See you soon. Who was that? That sounded like Matt.
That was Matt and EJ off their joint tape, Keep It G. The song name was Same Thing.
Oh, keep it G. Keep it G.
No, same
Oh,
thing.
oh,
The album was
not
called-
the same thing.
No,
You
the
got me.
album
You
is
got me.
called Same
Keep-
Thing.
Did you know that
Album
real
is
G's
Keep
live
It
in
G.
silence like lasagna?
Yes, I did.
Just check the description. I have the right shit down there.
Attaboy.
Did you know Lil Wayne keeps it dirty like he's lying in the ditch? Like Eli? He's from New Orleans, but he's a giant in this bitch.
I did.
Yeah. Move the G and add an S and put the I before the N and put the
One
A
of-
in
one of-
front of that and that
One of
is
this
what I
generation's
do
greatest philosophers.
of all time.
Lil Wayne?
Yep. When
Yeah.
you heard that lighter click,
You just knew some fire shit was about to come after it.
what a time to be alive.
It's the
Dude,
audio
like,
recognition.
I miss him.
Oh my god, bro! Like, can we just talk about the lighter flick? Like, when you heard that lighter flick, you just knew some bullshit was about to happen. It's like, oh my god!
I heard that shit at the beginning of Blunt Blowing, and I knew.
bro.
I knew.
Bro, you hear that lighter click, and you just knew that your mind was about to be there's
Fucked.
gonna be like gray matter all over.
Did he
room.
have that like from the very beginning, or did he add that? You know, a
He
couple
added it.
albums
He
in?
added it in when he started doing the mixtape thing. Like, what kind of Lil Wayne fan are you? Or are you a fan of?
I am a fan of Lil Wayne. I mean, I've been listening for years, but not like his early stuff.
Okay,
Like the Carter, like did you...
The Carters.
did you listen to any of the mixtapes? Like, cause like
back when he was in like Louisiana mixtapes or like after that? Like,
I'm talking about like we're talking about like Dedication 1.
like 13, 14, 15-year-old
No,
Wayne
like
or
this
later?
is after the Carter, but like
Okay.
we're talking like Dedication 2,
Yes.
The Drought Is Over, Part 3, like bro, like that's when Wayne was just on
No,
his
yeah.
shit.
Fun fact,
too late
do you
to
know that
record
Lil
anything.
Wayne, after 10,000 bars, never wrote down
Dedication.
another
Yeah,
verse?
never just went into the booth and just
Wait, get the fuck. Like he after writing down his 10,000th, or is
No,
that a
so
song?
like
He
10,000
did
bars
it-
is a YouTube.
and it's a mixtape. That was the first dedication, and like you literally hear him like in the booth, like you just hear
Ripping pages out.
him rapping and just ripping pages.
So it's basically everything that he had ever written down.
right.
He turned into a mixtape,
Uh-huh.
and then never wrote down another lyric
And
the
then
rest
just
of his
And
career.
then he
from
went
the top, from the
And he
down,
memorized
the
all that
the
shit.
very
Yeah.
the very next album that came after that was the Carter one.
Okay, that's probably where it came in.
Oh my god, that was a classic
Ah,
album.
I miss him so much.
I mean, I think
You think he types it at least ever? No,
No.
It's just always up there.
I'm
and it's
certain that he
always the
probably
same.
has somebody
He's
who
gotta
does it
have
for
it.
him.
No, he doesn't write anything. Jay-Z doesn't write anything. Jay-Z literally
Geniuses.
listen, Jay-Z literally listens to a beat for about 10 seconds. He gets the melody, and then he goes back and he listens to it for about a minute, and he's like, all right, I'm ready. And he goes in and just
It's
goes.
crazy.
Little flip.
Absolute genius.
Little flip.
Absolute, like.
I'm not hip.
He did Game Over. He was popular like around. He's a
Mhm.
Texas legend, like huge. He's actually a rap legend. He doesn't write anything. He has been deemed the freestyle king, and like literally every verse that like he's ever written, or he actually didn't write it. He freestyled it.
And EJ does some work with him, right?
100%.
Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah.
Like
Is it H-Town to Pie-Town or
Yeah,
Pie-Town to H-Town?
H-Town to Pie-Town.
Interesting.
Yeah, bro.
Interesting.
A lot of rappers don't like write shit. They just go in there. Juice WRLD never wrote anything.
And then they just go performing it and just remember it after that.
I mean,
Listen
Well, I
to
mean,
it.
you gotta listen to it like 8,000
Listen to
times
it.
after you record it.
but like my thing is like Juice WRLD would just go in and he'd be like, "All right, play the beat," and like literally his engineer would just hear him. He's like, "Okay, He's like, "Okay, hit record. Some. All right, stop it. Play it back. All right, cut that. I'm gonna do it again." And like literally, that's how he writes
crazy.
an entire
That's
song.
crazy. That's crazy.
I have to write.
Look at that. Look at that. A little insight to the musical world. Thank you, Chris.
You guys want to talk Thursday Night Football?
Yeah, I didn't watch this Thursday.
Colts Jets.
I didn't either,
Yeah,
but
I
all I know
absolutely-
is Carson Wentz turned from my bench player to my very happy replacement for Baker. He's doing great. He's looking great out there.
He looks happy.
He looks happy.
Who? Carson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he does too.
There's a lot of quarterback movements this year that people look a little bit happy.
I think it's becoming more common. I think the interesting thing about the NFL is how quickly they can move past a franchise QB or a franchise-altering head coach. Like, Chip Kelly was supposed to revolutionize the NFL, and he was gone in like 3 years.
Because he was dog
He didn't do what
shit.
they expected him to do.
And
He won a Super Bowl.
Well, Chip Kelly didn't win a Super Bowl.
With the Eagles?
Yes, he did.
So who is Nick Peterson?
Who is Nick Peterson?
Or not Nick Peterson, Doug Peterson. I'm sorry. Who is Doug Peterson?
Was Doug Peterson the head coach?
Yeah,
then?
get the fuck out of here.
I
Chip
thought
Kelly-
I'm so
Dude,
sorry.
get the
I thought
fuck
for
out
sure
of
it was
here.
Chip Kelly because they
No,
were
go
like,
fuck yourself.
because I thought he came up with the Philly special and all that.
No, Chip Kelly can go fuck himself. He was out of the league by then.
Who is Nick Peterson?
No,
I'm sorry.
It was, I was thinking of Nick, the quarterback,
Foles.
Nick Foles,
Yeah.
and Doug Peterson, who have statues now outside of Philadelphia Stadium for calling Philly special. Yeah, Doug Peterson. Don't give.
I'm so
no,
sorry.
Chip Kelly was a racist who hated everybody in that locker room who wasn't from Oregon.
Anyway, back to Thursday night.
I think it's tough to call these games like any sort of indication of like how the game would have went. Like the Jets are down to their like 8th string quarterback. Like they're just a bad football
It's
team.
just
but
hard
they
to-
somehow won last week. Like it's
They were
just
both-
weird.
They were both, what? Only had a couple wins on the season before that game.
But
You know.
the fact that the Colts put up 45 points, the Jets put up 30 points, like
No.
it was an enticing game to watch for a Thursday night. I think the primetime games have been pretty good this year. Like
I think so.
I feel
Thursday
like-
night, Sunday night, and Monday night have been excellent across
that
the board.
Thursday night game has been hit or miss.
75 points on a Thursday night game, bro.
I think that was.
I
the
think
first
a lot of the primetime games have been very evenly matched back and forth.
Right,
like
right,
they
right,
haven't been
right.
big blowouts
Right.
or anything like that. So I definitely agree. They've been some solid ones this year.
Let's start with the 12 o'clock slate. Browns, Bengals. A little battle of Ojai.
How Ohio has two teams is absolutely mind.
And St. Louis has 0. Fuck you, Stan
bro,
Kroenke. I hope you get AIDS. I hope you die. You're the worst person on earth.
Like it's absolutely mind blowing.
Every time I see your stupid fucking toupee on the internet, I want to fucking punch you in the face, Stan Kroenke. I should have an NFL team here. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Broncos Cowboys at noon.
Wait, we're just gonna blow right past Browns Bengals? What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, sorry. My fault.
Golly.
I forgot we did.
My
that.
sweet dick. Jesus
So
Christ.
Cincinnati. So the line right now is Cincinnati -2.5.
Mhm.
Over under is 47.5. You know what? I'm going Browns.
You think?
Yep, I'm going Browns. You want to know why?
I would love to.
OBJ's gone. I don't think they have the distraction anymore. I think
Do you think he was that much of a distraction?
100%. Bro, this man was like getting hit in the face with field goal stands, like for place kickers on the sidelines.
Hilarious.
I
do think he attracts a lot of attention.
I think I'm going to be honest. I think they bounce back. I think he will bounce back. I don't think his career is over. I just think he needed some new scenery. He should have never gone to Cleveland in the
Did he
first
get
place.
signed yet?
No. But I just think that, I'm going Browns.
I think it's going to be a close game. I called last week the under between the Steelers and the Browns, which ended up being a 15-10 game.
Yep.
I don't think you're going to see that here. I do think there will be, at times, it will feel like a track meet, but I think the final score is going to end up being like a 24-21. Bengals will probably cover, but I don't think it's going to be as impressive of a game as last week for the Bengals. Even though they lost, I don't think it's going to be that type of game.
You said you were taking the under?
Yeah, it would be the under in that case, yeah. So it'd be 24-21 is what I'm predicting.
All right, cool.
But yeah, I've got the Bengals.
All right, cool.
Broncos, Cowboys. Dallas, -10, over-unders at 49.
Guess where I'm going.
It's going to be the Cowboys. I
Duh.
think the Broncos are dog shit.
They are. They had a couple running games going on, but that's about it.
They don't impress me at all. I think the Broncos are in no way, shape, or form prepared to handle Dallas, especially without Von
But
Miller.
you want to know something? You want to know something? Like, Dallas loses these games.
They're at home, bro.
But Dallas still drops these kind of games, and so
I
don't see it either.
I don't
But
see
like, I'm a Cowboy fan,
Right.
Like,
But I think even objectively, I just don't see the Broncos even sniffing a lead in this game unless they score first. Like, if they get the ball first and
Dak
score,
is 100%.
Dak is back. The Dak attack.
Good.
In the absolute barn burner of the week, we've got 1-7.
Hold on, were you taking the points or?
I'm taking everything Dallas. I'll take the over. I'll take the point spread. Everything Dallas.
Yeah, I'm taking everything down. I'm taking the Dallas on the points.
Texans 1-7. Dolphins 1-7. Talk about a barn burner.
I'm going Dolphins.
Of course you have to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is
really?
Tyrod back?
doesn't matter.
No, yeah, I'm
Texans,
going
he
Dolphins.
is.
I'm going Dolphins because Tua Tagovailoa is not a bad quarterback.
And the Texans fucking suck.
Yeah, that too.
I'm going to
Texans
go the other
fucking
way, and
suck.
I'm going to go Texans. The
Gross.
fucking Dolphins are terrible.
Yeah, and the Texans are good.
Jake, what are you taking? Are you
Sorry.
taking the spread? Are you taking the spread? Or are you just taking Dolphins straight up?
So Miami's
What's the spread,
minus
dude?
5.5.
5.5. 5.5. So Houston could lose by 5, and I'll still win. Is what you're saying? Yeah, I'm gonna go Houston on that one. I'll
I think the
spread on
Dolphins are going to
Houston.
beat them by like 30 points.
Mm.
I think it's going to be something absurd like that. And people are finally going to be like, wow, the Texans need to be sold. We should just sell the state of Texas.
Where's it at?
It's in
It's
Miami.
in Miami.
Okay. But
Dolphins-
I'm still
the
going.
Dolphins-
I'm still going Texas.
So the Dolphins are 0-3 at home, but the Texans are 0-4 on the road.
Right.
So we're really looking at a barnstormer, just an absolute slobber knocker, as they used to say.
So you're
in the
taking
wrestling
Texans on the
industry.
points, Jake?
Go. Okay, a slobber knocker.
Yeah, Jim Ross.
Yeah.
JR?
I don't know.
I just hope the Bomberillos just buy the Texans and move them to St. Louis.
I don't want.
You want the
Texans.
Texans?
I don't want
Of
the Texans.
all the
Listen,
I'd rather have Alabama.
Listen. That's the closest. That's the only NFL team that's probably going to sell any.
He just wants that so that Dallas has to come to St. Louis once a year.
No. They
I'm
don't
okay
have to
with
come. They're in the opposite conferences. They're in opposite conferences.
There'd be realignment if they moved.
Right, which means we could finally have a rivalry with Kansas City. You mean to tell me Ohio has 2 football teams and Missouri can't?
The NFL has made it blatantly obvious we will never have an NFL team here ever again.
Like, Why?
Oh yeah,
Because
like,
we are
like,
shitting down the throat
throat,
of
yeah.
Stan Kroenke.
Oh,
right
bro,
now in
like
court.
they're getting fucked in court. Like,
Emails, texts,
Oh, it's
phone
the
calls.
worst.
I hope that man gets exposed. I want to know every dirty detail about that ugly.
The
rat
city of St. Louis is
motherfucker.
doing this too.
Yes.
Oh, dude, and then like they're like not, and then like they're trying to appeal it, and the court's like, no.
Anus
No.
Stanley Kroenke. If you ever come across this podcast,
Stanley.
I want to fist fight you. I want in person. I want to beat the ever loving shit out of you. I really do.
That's a threat.
It's not a threat.
It's a game time.
It's an absolute promise
do it.
that if we ever got into a sanctioned fight, I would put that man in a hospital.
Oh, sanctioned fight.
Sanctioned fight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So just not in the parking lot.
So Atlanta at New Orleans.
I at least want to profit off of it, Jesus. I got the Saints.
Are you taking the spread, or are you taking the?
I think the Saints are on like a little mini roll here. I think Alvin Kamara is starting to get involved.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. They won with Trevor Siemian, who's like 6'9". That dude's a freak. He's huge. He's huge.
Yeah.
Or am I thinking of Brock
I
Osweiler?
think you're thinking of Brock Island.
I was thinking of one of those.
He was 6'8".
And one of those Denver quarterbacks.
That's pretty low. Low over under 41.5. What would you do there?
It's two bad offenses. I would say anytime you're hovering around like 39, 40, 41 points, like just tease the over. Just.
Sir, are you taking the over?
I'll take the over there.
Yeah, I would take the over there.
Yeah.
It's real low. That's only 20 points.
You know what they're saying? OBJ could end up going to New Orleans
Yeah, I could see it.
because they're not getting Michael Thomas back.
Yeah,
so
I
that
can see
salary
it.
comes off your books.
Right.
Now you got 16 mil to throw at that fucking terrible wide receiver.
I hope they don't throw it all at him.
Yeah,
I'm
they
going
will.
to take the Falcons, and I'm going to take the spread.
Oh wow! So the Falcons +6.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, so are you taking the Falcons to win or just to cover?
No. I'm taking the Falcons to win +6.
Well,
Yeah. I'm taking the Falcons. Yes.
okay.
Yes,
so
yes.
then bet both is what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Yeah. That's
Double dip, make
Yep.
twice the money. Okay.
Yep.
Does everybody understand?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Explain that for our listeners.
Yeah.
So if you have a dog, an underdog, a team that is not favored, and you think they're going to win the game outright, meaning they are going to beat the other team, you bet the money line, which is who wins the game.
Right.
You're also going to bet the point spread for the underdog because you already think they're going to win. So you're essentially just double down betting that game.
And you give them a little bit of leeway there with the spread, right?
Well, you're
Because they
hedging.
could lose
You're
that.
hedging your bet essentially.
Got it.
But if you think they're going to win, they're obviously then going to cover the point spread because they're underdogs. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, you're tracking. We're all tracking.
Thanks, man.
Anytime.
Bailey's bets. He knows it all.
No. We're
Next
fucking
game,
dog
Vegas at.
shit. Whoa. You're right. Go on.
I hate you. I fucking
Did you
hate
forget
No, he's right.
Bills and Jags?
No.
Shut
You're
the
out of
fuck
order.
up.
You're on fucking CBS.
I don't know. Where are you guys?
ESPN.
You guys are always out of
Raiders.
Because you're on CBS, which is like the fourth tier of fantasy football.
You never share.
ESPN, dog. Our league is at ESPN. Why are you on CBS?
Oh, fuck. They got the spreads over there, too?
Yes,
Look
bro.
at that.
Rookie.
I don't bet.
Smart.
I don't have the money to bet.
Anyways,
I don't either.
Raiders at Giants.
I got the Raiders.
Over, under.
Spread's 3. Raiders -3. Over under is 46.5. I am taking the Raiders points -3. I think they're going to win by 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
Oh, if I were betting,
Mhm.
I'd go Giants.
That's
I'd double
bad bet.
down on the Giants.
Bad bet. They're a dog shit team.
They keep surprisingly doing random things.
Yeah, they're 2-6. So they can surprisingly
you're
suck
3
this
and
dick
5.
in the
You
back.
suck too. I don't
I'm
know.
ahead of you in the standings. And I got 200
Again,
more points than
see,
you.
this is the wall that I just walked right into.
I mean, yeah.
Stupid.
I'm sorry that your team is dog shit. Like, I don't understand what you want me to say.
I want you to admit yours is also dog shit.
I have more points than you. I'm
Anyway, back to the games.
Better in the standings
Stop it,
than
shut
you are. I don't know what else to tell you. Patriots Panthers. Patriots on a bit of a roll here. Mac Jones looking impressive. He's gonna.
McCaffrey is going to be back.
Oh, maybe they haven't officially activated him yet.
I mean, he's off. They took him off IR.
He's been taken off IR, but he has not been activated to the active roster yet.
Yeah, okay. I'm hammering the Panthers on this one, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna take the over on this one.
It's only 41.5, so I think that's a smart bet.
I think that way
New
I don't
England-
have to pick a team.
New England is favored. New England, the line is -3.5. I'm gonna ride with Mac Jones here. I am pleasantly surprised by an Alabama quarterback for
Are
the
you
first
taking?
time in
Are
my
you
life.
taking the points?
I'm taking the points. Patriots -3.5. Actually, I might tease that.
Nope.
Down to, nope. Hang on a second. I might tease that down to 2.5. That way, if the Patriots win by a field goal, we're still good to go.
Where's the over/under on this?
41.5. But I do think there's potential for points here.
Right. Yeah, I'm taking the over. Jake, do you have a pick that you want to put in for that game?
Yeah. I mean, no.
Okay, cool. Moving on.
Attaboy.
Bills and Jaguars. I'm hammering everything on the Bills.
Bro, the Bills
All
-14.5.
day. Yeah.
-14.5. I would take the Bills if it was -60 at this point.
You think that big ass spread is gonna go?
Yep, I sure do.
Okay.
I don't even think they have a chance at backdoor.
I was getting ready to say
Like,
they
it's
might.
Jacksonville.
I mean, the Bills might shut them out.
They've already
They've shut out
two
twice,
teams.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Right. So, like,
yes.
if anybody was going to do it, here we are.
do you know the Bills have been like my highest scoring point getter in another league like 3 times this year?
Defense, you mean?
Yeah,
Them, and
Tragic.
them and the Rams for me.
very good, very good.
Ooh, that's what I have. I have them. I have the Bills in this league, and then the Rams in my other league. Look at that. You and
Boy.
me thinking like.
Great minds.
Bills
Great
Bills will end up going to 6-2 when they win this one. They are going to Jacksonville, but it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, it's just a
One thing I do want to mention, actually, no,
I
we'll
don't
keep
like
it.
the warm weather.
We'll keep it moving. Vikings at Ravens. Ravens favored -6. Over/unders at 50.5.
I'm gonna take the under.
Wrong.
You're gonna go over?
I'm going over.
Yeah, actually, because I feel like it's gonna be like 33, 34. Yeah, I'll take the over.
Yeah. And that'll close out the early afternoon, the noon slot. So I think the Ravens have the potential to put up like 40 points against the Vikings.
Right.
Yeah,
because their defense is, and then the
after
Ravens'
last week,
defense isn't that
Vikings,
great
yeah.
either.
Yeah, I just think there's huge potential for points there.
Then in the 3:00 window, we got
Chargers, Eagles.
Yeah, there we go. I couldn't get
Chargers are favored, -1.5.
it. Taking the Eagles.
Point spread.
Yep.
Over/unders at 49.5.
I'm taking the Eagles to cover and to win.
So here would be my advice for bettors. West Coast teams traveling to the East Coast, the weekend of daylight savings. Not a good mix.
Yeah, weekend of daylight savings. Well,
Are you
Not a
taking
good
the
mix.
over or under?
I am gonna take the under here, and I'm gonna take the Eagles +1.5.
Yeah, I just don't know why you wouldn't bang that. Like, all they got to do is just not lose by a field. All they have to essentially do is win the game.
Pretty much.
yeah, you can't really.
Yeah.
It's hard to win by just 1 point.
Yeah, you're looking at like a 2019 or
I don't know. Kickers are missing extra points left and right.
Well,
I know, but like my thing is like all you need. The reason why like the spread is only 1.5, and so this is why I'm taking the Eagles because all I need them to do is win, and I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
Well, that's yep.
Yeah,
That's how winning works.
That's
Yeah.
how betting works.
Yeah.
Too,
Go fuck yourselves. Packers, Chiefs.
Packers going on the road to Kansas City.
Jordan Love's first game, full strength with your entire offense. I'm going Jordan Love all day.
I was gonna say, is this a question now after watching Kansas City play all season?
Nope. I'm going Jordan. Jordan Love this is Jordan Love's coming out party. If you remember our first episode, I said Jordan Love would be the starter by week 9. What week are we in?
I think you also said Cam would start for Washington.
I know him. I owe him $100. But I said Jordan
He's
Love.
big, man.
I did say Jordan Love was going to be the starter right after the trade deadline. The trade deadline was last week. Here we are.
So I think this game specifically against the Chiefs dictates the next 10 years for the Packers.
Right.
And I'll tell you why. If Jordan Love comes out and lays an absolute fucking egg, and looks bad against a very, very, very bad Chiefs defense. I am talking abysmally bad Chiefs defense. If you look bad in this game, career's over in Green Bay. They will turn on him with the quickness, without hesitation.
And
He'll be gone this offseason.
But you want to know something else? You want to know something else? Matt LaFleur's gone with him.
Oh, yeah. I think Matt LaFleur's probably gone regardless.
I think if
Why?
because he's been going against Aaron Rodgers, and so if Jordan Love lays an egg after all the shit he's kicked up with Jordan Love and drafting him at number 10, and then not giving Aaron Rodgers his money, even though Aaron Rodgers is a piece of shit, Matt LaFleur needs. If Matt LaFleur wants to be the Green Bay Packers coach for the rest of this season,
he'll finish the season.
okay. If he wants to be the Packers head coach.
Yeah, they're 7-1. They're not gonna fire him.
Yeah, they're gonna make the playoffs. But here's the thing: if he does not perform, his career with Green Bay is probably over. However, if he comes out and he plays even marginally well, keeps them in the game, and even if he wins this game, you just found your franchise quarterback.
And then you
I'm
move
dead
on,
serious.
and then you move on from Aaron Rodgers.
Correct.
Like you probably you maybe let him finish out the season.
No,
give
you
or
don't.
take. Oh, you don't. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Jordan
but,
Love
yeah. I was
beats the
getting.
Chiefs.
I was trying
It's
to.
still the Chiefs.
Right.
It's still
That's
the
what I'm
Chiefs.
saying.
Right.
So if he beats the Chiefs, it's not Aaron Rodgers. You don't need Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Jordan Love just beat the
It's
Chiefs.
not the
And
same
then, no,
Chiefs,
stop.
though. Doesn't
And then
matter.
another thing is
Doesn't
like,
matter.
I
Pat
think
Mahomes.
right. It's Andy Reid. It's Cheetah. It's Travis Kelce. It's
still the Chiefs. As much as
Right.
you don't think it's the same, because it's not.
definitely not.
This team was in the AFC Championship last year.
No. This team was in the Super Bowl last year.
They
Yeah,
won.
there's no reason they should have 4 fucking losses right now, but they do, and that's what I'm saying is that it's a different team. But I see what you're saying that
Listen.
people aren't going to see it that way.
Correct.
But I think it needs to be seen that way because it is a different
It's
team.
not
It's
gonna be
impossible.
Their
It's not
their
gonna be
defense
impossible.
is fucking terrible.
It's not going to be
impossible
seen that way. Listen.
Nobody looks at the Chiefs and thinks defense first.
Right.
No, because
So-
their offense should be good enough to not give a fuck about the defense. That's the way they've been playing
They have been previously.
a couple of years.
But I think teams are starting to find a way to expose certain gaps in the Chiefs' offense.
Yeah,
Patrick
It's
Mahomes.
predictable now.
Yeah,
It's
Patrick
predictable.
Mahomes' playmaking ability is exceptional.
we know the no look is coming. We're looking the other way.
Fucking no look. It's not even hate that
But like,
bullshit.
but like again,
I
it's-
hate that shit.
So what I'm saying is, Matt LaFleur, if you want to keep your job in Green Bay, I would almost be like, I almost said this, but then you were like, but then you said I didn't want to sound like I was being extreme when I said it.
Mhm.
But if Jordan Love goes in here and like whoops the Chiefs and puts up the stop, I'm just saying if he goes in there and has a really good game. I'd be hard pressed to see Aaron Rodgers start again.
But he's not going to. He won't. He's gonna face a suspension.
You think
They're
after
gonna
all
have
this,
to-
all
No,
this
yeah,
stuff
he's going-
with the,
yeah, he's going
the
to-
vaccination,
Yeah,
all
he's
that.
going to be suspended. But and then I said this. I said this in our group text. I said this. I said if Aaron Rodgers gets a 4-game suspension and Jordan Love can win 3 out of these 4 games,
If he wins 2 of them, bitches,
I
that puts them at 9-3. If he wins 2
Exactly.
games, they're 9-3
But, like,
with 5 games left.
Aaron Rodgers needs Jordan Love to lose at least 3 of these games. Next
Yeah.
4 games.
I would have to agree with that based on the situation he's put
But
himself
if he
in,
goes
the
into
stress
Kansas-
and the headache that he's putting on the management and the
It'll
team
just
and
be
the
time.
head office.
It'll be time to move on.
Yeah,
So
if we don't
let's-
need him, we don't need him. Yeah,
Let's look at this really quick here. So you go to Kansas City, play the Chiefs. That's a winnable game. It is a winnable game.
Should be. Yeah.
Facts.
Then you're at home against the Seahawks.
Winnable.
Very winnable game.
No. Aaron
Yeah, in their situation.
Russ
at the
should be
moment.
back. Russ should
Still
be
a
back.
winnable game.
Right.
Carson's gone still.
Then you have to face the Vikings in Minnesota. Another winnable game, I think,
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah.
Then you play the Rams at home. I think you lose to the Rams.
That's 4 games. If he wins 3 of those 4 games,
Then you have, hang on a second. Then you have Bears, Ravens, Browns, Vikings, Lions. So Bears and Lions, those should be slam dunk wins regardless. If you beat the Vikings once, you can beat them again. By the time they play the Browns on Christmas, the Browns season's probably going to be over. So they're going to turtle. That's a winnable game. So really you're looking at losing to the Ravens and losing to the Rams the rest of this year.
And my thing is like the next four, if he loses only one, if he goes undefeated, hey, bro,
He ain't beating the Rams, bro.
listen, if he,
Quarterback against that defense, he
he's
must
not
be
a rookie quarterback.
He is a rookie quarterback.
I feel you.
Come on.
I feel you. But like
Yeah.
I'm saying, but that's in the next 5 games. No, that is the next 4.
Yeah.
If that's the only game he loses in LA and they're remotely close, hey, bro, I'm
They're
telling
not
you,
holding
hey,
that one
bro,
against
hey,
us.
a
We're
wrap.
not holding that one against
Hey.
us.
Don't need you.
Hey,
Yeah.
Aaron, hey,
Yeah.
thank you for your services.
Appreciate the Super Bowl.
Now you're a headache.
Go fuck yourself.
Have fun in the AFC.
Now you can go do whatever you want.
Hey, you
without
can
a
go to
mask.
Denver. You can go to Denver. Hey, I hear Atlanta's nice this
They
time
smoke
of year.
weed to beat COVID out there.
Yeah. I hear Atlanta's this. Hey, you can even go to San Francisco.
Nah, that's Jimmy G's town, baby.
Yeah, they said they want Jimmy G. They didn't want time.
They didn't want Tom Brady.
Wow.
Tragic.
Can't believe
And
that.
then they went and drafted fucking Trey Lance. Go fuck
Hey,
yourself.
relax. Cardinals at 49ers. Cardinals are not favored in this game because Kyler Murray is probably not going to play.
Yeah, he's nursing that injury.
Yep, that's going to be a tough one. Who's your backup?
Baker.
Who's my backup?
No, the Cardinals backup.
I think you meant on my
fucking,
fantasy team. I got Kyler.
UCLA kid Brett Huntley.
Yikes. So yeah, he has to start this game. You guys are fucked. 49ers are going to kick the shit out of you. I would take the under here, and I'll probably bet with San Francisco.
No, my thing is the Arizona Cardinals defense is still there. So
Yeah, but if you can't score, it doesn't matter.
Not that San Francisco isn't like a terrible team or anything. I just don't see that. I think they're still going to win. Cardinals.
Without Kyler Murray?
I mean, their defense is really good.
Yeah.
I
But
think you guys undervalue how important he is to that
oh
offense.
no! I
Oh,
lied
no.
to you. I lied
No,
to
no,
you.
no.
I lied
There's
to you.
no-
It's not Brett Huntley.
Who isn't?
Colt McCoy.
Oh yeah, you're definitely losing.
Oh,
Fuck Colt McCoy.
game
Colt
changer, bruh.
Horns down. Fuck Texas.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would never boost Colt McCoy up.
He ain't winning you all that game.
He's a playoff. He's an NFL quarterback who got to play, who won a playoff
He's a
game.
clipboard warrior, bro. Get the fuck out
What's
of
the
here.
spread? 3?
San Francisco's favored -3. Over unders at 45.
I'll take the under.
I got the under, and I got the 49ers to cover.
Yeah.
Sunday Night Football, 7:20. Titans on the road against the Rams. Trap game for the Rams, I think.
No.
Trap game. Trap game.
In Nashville?
Trap game. Just
Absolutely.
kidding. There's no Derrick Henry. The Rams are going to win by 40.
Yeah.
Rams are favored -7. Over unders at 52.5. I'll take Rams and the over.
I agree.
Sound
I'm
about
taking the Rams on everything.
Yeah, no D. Henry.
Yep.
It's
I'm taking the Rams.
so
Titan
that-
season's over.
They can't do anything
Yeah.
about him.
Although I'm excited to see Adrian Peterson.
What happened to
Hey, it's 2021, not 2012.
What happened to Derrick Henry?
Bro, he got hurt.
I know,
Yeah.
but what?
Was it foot?
I think it. I
Is
think
he
it
out the
broke
whole
his-
season?
Yeah, I think it's.
Fuck.
I think his season's over.
There goes Casey's shot at a win.
Yikes.
There goes Casey.
Damn.
Hey, that injury happened. I got a lot more confident.
That's tough for the Titans. The Titans are 6-2. I was not.
Gosh.
I mean, because now you're gonna have to rely on Tannehill's arm.
I don't think so. They can still let the bone roll with AP
Shut the fuck up. It's 2021,
All day,
not
baby.
2012.
all day.
And then Monday night close us out.
There are no running backs on the way.
Chicago. At Steelers. I'm going Bears.
So the Pittsburgh Steelers are favored -6.5. Over under is only 39 points.
Take the over.
You think?
Yeah.
Interestingly enough,
Steelers scored 15 last week.
I think that the Bears win this football game.
Eric said that.
And I think that the over is going to hit because it is primetime football.
Yep.
The Steelers are going to have something to prove at home.
Yep.
And I think Justin Fields, this could be like a potential like coming out party because people still think the Steelers are the Steelers because Big Ben plays for them and he's their quarterback. And, wow, it's Mike Tomlin.
He only has 8 touchdowns.
Right. So I think that Justin Fields can
Let
like
that sink in.
sneakily win this football game and be like, we beat the fucking Steelers at home.
Let
And
that.
everybody's going to be like, wow, the Bears beat the Steelers at home, Justin Fields. And everybody's going to look at the roster and it's like 40-year-old
Listen,
Big Ben.
Dude,
Listen,
I
Big Ben only has 8 touchdowns.
and there's only he's played 8 games.
1,700 yards.
Yeah, that's all. That's dog shit.
Just as a
It's less
comparison,
than 200 yards a game.
Matt
Dog.
Stafford's thrown for 2,400. Kyler Murray's thrown for 2,200. Pat Mahomes has thrown for 2,300. Justin Herbert's
1994.
yikes.
Yeah,
Whoa.
dog shit.
Talk about falling off.
Yeah.
Uh,
Kirk Cousins, 1953.
Derek Carr 2,200. Matt Ryan has thrown for more yards than Ben Roethlisberger this year.
There's only one quarterback with less yards than one starting quarterback with less yards than Ben Roethlisberger. You know who that is? Davis Mills.
Of the famed Houston Texans, who you said are just going to roll through the Dolphins.
Yeah.
They're ass, bro.
Oh shit! I lied.
They are
I
ass.
lied.
Sometimes I just pick the other way because you
It's not
guys
a
go
short
one
one.
way.
Yeah.
Huh?
You know, sometimes I just pick the other one just to
Just
make it
fuck with us?
interesting.
Just fuck with
Yeah,
us? I
yeah,
hear you.
just kind of like
It's
you.
your money,
And
bro.
you're-
It's
you're
your money,
just
bro.
lying.
It's your money, bro. It's your money, bro.
I'm not betting. Remember?
Final thoughts?
I really like Justin Fields. I thought I saw that play. He did this little twist around, run
He's
around,
electric,
scored a
bro.
touchdown. I think they're going to win this one for sure.
He's electric.
Yeah.
He's electric.
All right, we got our locks for the week. Anybody get a lock?
My lock will continue to be the Bills until the Bills no longer lock. The Bills are an absolute fucking wagon. They're 5-2, and the Jaguars are absolute dumpster fire. Trevor Lawrence is ass. Urban Meyer is ass. The only person on that roster that deserves any love is James Robinson because he got shafted. Yeah, I think the Bills win by like 60 points. Lock of the week.
I like it. I'm going to lock in Dallas over the Broncos.
I like that.
10-point spread? Sure.
You took my lock, so
You can take the same one.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go Dallas. Dallas is
I'll go
Homers.
wait.
I'm going to stop making you guys allowed to bet on the Cowboys.
okay.
fine.
Fair enough.
Just because your team sucks now doesn't you can't bet for them. That's
I didn't bet on
bullshit.
before.
Do we have any sponsors to thank, Jacob?
Yeah, all these wonderful redshirt freshmen RSF music artists. They are phenomenal. Check them out. I got the links in the description of the podcast. And if you haven't listened, or not listened, but follow, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Share this episode if you found some entertainment, you found some good stuff. Spread the word of all the words
Hey.
we're talking.
If you trail us on bets and we hit, let us know.
Thank you.
We'd like to know when we win. I mean, obviously we know when we win, but we'd like to know if we help you win.
Yeah, give us some feedback, people.
If we lose, it wasn't our fault.
Right.
Feedback. We love to know what you want to hear, and help us to shape this podcast for you guys, the listeners, because that's what it's all about. You guys. Thanks for listening. We love you. Have a good one.